The surgeon's hands were shaking, not from exhaustion, not from fear of the knife, something deeper. His lips barely moved when he whispered, "I can't do it." He threatened my family. I stared at him. My daughter was behind the doors, her body bleeding against the clock. His hesitation was her death sentence. I asked one question: who? His eyes flicked downward, shame burning in his pupils. He said the name. It was enough. An hour later, the hospital doors swung open. His men dragged him in, legs bent in ways bones shouldn't bend, face smeared crimson, eyes wide with panic. The gang leader, the man who thought fear was a weapon. He was dropped at my feet in the middle of the sterile lobby, begging, choking on his own spit. "Please, call them off. Let the doctor save your daughter." I didn't move, didn't blink. I just watched him crawl in his own blood. And inside me, something broke open. Not grief, not rage, something colder. Betrayal never comes from strangers. It comes from the ones who smile while they cut your throat. I thought I understood the shape of my life. A wife who stood beside me, a daughter who carried pieces of us both, a house that echoed with the illusion of family. But illusions leak. It started small, my wife's late nights at work, the excuses, the glow of a phone turned away at just the right angle, her laughter, too light, too forced, at messages she never explained. I told myself not to dig, to believe what she wanted me to believe, because believing was easier than seeing the cracks. But when my daughter was rushed here, pale and fragile on the gurney, and the surgeon whispered that name, I understood. It wasn't just a gang leader. It was him, the man she thought I'd never find out about. And now his shadow reached into the operating room, threatening my daughter's life. Her secret wasn't hidden anymore. It was bleeding in front of me. I didn't confront her, not then. What good would words do when truth already hung in the air like smoke? Instead, I traced it back. Phone records, quiet observations. The townhouse where her car was parked when she claimed to be at the office. And the name. The same man whose threats had tied the surgeon's hands tonight. He wasn't just her lover. He was her protector, her danger, her second life. The irony was sharp enough to cut. She had built her safety in the arms of a man who would gamble with her daughter's blood. I played my part, husband, father, steady presence, but inside, every smile was calculation, every silence a weapon being sharpened. And when the surgeon said he couldn't operate, I didn't hesitate. I made the call. Not to the police, not to anyone official. To men who owed me favors. Men who understood debt and blood. An hour later, he was in the lobby. Her secret dragged into the light. She arrived moments later, my wife. Her eyes darted to the broken man on the floor, then back to me. Color drained from her face before I said a word. I didn't need to ask questions. The way her knees buckled told me everything. The affair, the lies, the fact that my daughter, our daughter, had nearly died because of the man she chose over us. I leaned close enough for only her to hear. "This is who you risked her for." She shook her head, tears stinging, but denial looked weak against the wreckage at her feet. The gang leader begged louder, voice cracking, hands clawing at the sterile tiles. "Please, call them off. Let the doctor go in." But I didn't answer him. I watched her instead. Watched the truth dismantle her carefully built lies. When the surgeon returned, steadier now, I stepped aside. The choice was mine to make, not the broken man's. I lifted my phone, dialed once, and spoke 4 words into the receiver. "Stand down. He lives." The surgeon vanished through the doors to save my daughter. The gang leader exhaled, shuddering with relief. My wife sagged, as if spared. But mercy wasn't for them. I crouched beside her, my voice low, measured. You thought I didn't know. You thought secrets kept you safe. But look at him. Look at what he is. That's who you gave us away for. She wept, reaching for me. I stood, cold, detached. My daughter lived. The surgeon's hands were steady, his oath intact. But the house we had built was already a ruin. I walked through it later, each room heavy with her absence. No pity touched me. No forgiveness stirred. She had gambled with lies, and the cost had almost been carved from our child's body. The man she trusted now lay crippled, abandoned by the same loyalty he preached. She had lost him and me in a single night, and I had gained something sharper than love: clarity. Because betrayal doesn't end with screams or fights, it ends in silence. And in that silence, I understood the final truth. She wasn't my wife anymore. She was just another ghost in a house I no longer feared.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.